In the heart of the Utah desert, nestled in the Red Sandstone Canyon, an enigma stood unnoticed for over 4 years. Imagine a sentinel, standing tall and silent amidst the rugged landscape. A monolith, a pillar of metal sheets, riveted into a triangular prism, reaching a height of nearly 10 feet. Its origins, obscure, its purpose, a conundrum, its creators, faceless. This enigma, known as the Utah Monolith, was a lone sentinel in the wilderness, its presence known only to the wind and the stars. In the vast expanse of the northern San Juan County, where time seems to stand still, the monolith stood unobserved, its metallic surface reflecting the harsh desert sun by day and the ghostly moonlight by night. A silent testament to an unknown narrative, the monolith bore no inscription, no indication of its origin or purpose. It was an anomaly, a piece of modernity in an ancient landscape, a question mark etched in the canvas of the desert. Crafted from metal sheets, the monolith was not a casual creation. It was engineered, deliberately assembled, and planted firmly into the earth. Yet here's the twist: it was unlawfully placed on public land. Who were its makers? What were their objectives? The answers remain as elusive as a desert mirage. For over 4 years, the monolith stood unobserved, its presence a secret shared only with the desert. The Red Sandstone Canyon, a silent guardian, concealed this solitary metal sentinel from prying eyes. It was a speck of mystery in an ocean of sand and rock, a puzzle piece waiting to be discovered. But even the deepest secrets of the desert cannot remain hidden forever. As the seasons changed and the years rolled on, the monolith stood patiently, its existence an unanswered question echoing in the silence of the canyon. Until one day, a routine survey of bighorn sheep would expose the monolith's existence to the world. And so, the saga of the Utah Monolith began, a tale of mystery and intrigue waiting to be unraveled. November 2020, a mundane survey of bighorn sheep took an unexpected turn. In the vast expanses of northern San Juan County, Utah, state biologists were conducting their routine helicopter survey. As they scoured the terrain below, one of the biologists spotted something peculiar. A gleaming, metallic structure standing stark against the Red Sandstone Canyon below. Whoa, turn around, exclaimed the biologist, prompting the pilot, Brett Hutchings, to maneuver back over the location. As they hovered above, they could clearly see the monolith. A towering prism, standing nearly 10 feet tall, made of riveted metal sheets, it was undeniably man-made. Planted firmly in the ground, it was a stark contrast to the natural surroundings. Intrigued and bewildered, the biologists reported their unusual find to the Utah Department of Public Safety. Their initial reactions ran the gamut from bemusement to disbelief. This was an ordinary survey that had suddenly become anything but ordinary. The monolith was a mystery, a question mark in the middle of the desert. The Department of Public Safety took swift action. They released photographs and videos of the monolith, but wisely chose to keep its exact location under wraps. Their official statement read, "DPS Aero Bureau encounters monolith in Red Rock Country." The photos posted on their Instagram account showed a tall, triangular metal object, alone in the vast expanse of the desert. It was a sight that piqued the interest of the public and the media alike. Yet, even as officials were grappling with the mystery, tech-savvy adventurers were already on the move. Using GPS mapping software, they pinpointed the monolith's location and set out to see it for themselves. Within days, the remote canyon became a hotspot for the curious and the daring. The monolith, once unknown and unseen, had become a beacon, drawing people from all walks of life. As news of the discovery spread, the location of the monolith became a magnet for the curious and the adventurous. The Utah Monolith, a simple metal prism in the desert, had transformed into a symbol of intrigue and adventure, and its story was only just beginning. In the blink of an eye, the monolith disappeared as mysteriously as it had appeared. The monolith that had stirred up intrigue and speculation was now gone, leaving behind a void filled with more questions. 4 residents of Moab, Utah, had taken it upon themselves to remove the monolith from its location in the desolate canyon. Cloaked in the secrecy of the night, they executed their mission with a military precision that was almost eerie. The monolith was gone before anyone could realize, and the world woke up to its absence. The news of the removal spread like wildfire, and the media was soon buzzing with theories and conjectures. The four residents had become overnight sensations, their identities shrouded in mystery and their motives even more so. They were hailed as heroes by some and condemned as thieves by others. The monolith's removal stirred up a media frenzy that was unparalleled. News channels, blogs, social media, everyone was talking about the monolith, its sudden disappearance, and the four residents who had taken it upon themselves to remove it. Theories ranged from the plausible to the downright absurd, each one more intriguing than the last. The intense media scrutiny led to the four residents finally coming forward to claim responsibility for the removal. They explained that they had removed the monolith out of concern for the environment. The sudden influx of visitors to the remote canyon had led to a rise in littering and damage to the delicate ecosystem. Their action was a desperate attempt to protect the land they loved so dearly. While their explanation quelled some of the uproar, it did little to dampen the curiosity and fascination surrounding the monolith. The monolith might have been gone, but its memory lingered on, its mystery unsolved, its story untold. The monolith was gone, but its impact was just beginning to ripple across the globe. The world waited with bated breath to see what would happen next. Their eyes turned towards the empty space where the monolith once stood. The monolith had vanished, but its enigma remained, echoing in the silence of the canyon, reverberating across the world. The monolith may have been removed, but its echo resonated far and wide. What started as a single mysterious object in the heart of Utah soon triggered a global movement. In the aftermath of the Utah Monolith's removal, something extraordinary happened. Over 200 metal columns, similar in design and mystique, sprouted up across the globe. From the corners of North America to the far reaches of Europe and South America, these imitations stood tall, a testament to the original. Each one, a triangular prism, riveted together with metal sheets, mirrored the enigmatic aura of the Utah Monolith. They were not mere replicas, they were symbols, echoes of a mystery that had captivated the world. Many of these monoliths were the handiwork of local artists inspired by the Utah Monolith story. They saw in the monolith not just a piece of metal, but a canvas for their creativity, a platform to share their art with the world. And in doing so, they breathed life into the monolith's legacy, ensuring its story would continue to be told. Yet, as these monoliths spread, so too did the questions. Who were these artists? What drove them to create their own monoliths? Were they simply paying homage to the original, or were they part of a larger, more intricate narrative? The monoliths, in their silent majesty, offered no answers. They stood, as the Utah Monolith had, in stoic silence, their origins and purpose as enigmatic as ever. Each one, a question mark etched in metal, a puzzle waiting to be solved. And so, the Utah Monolith's legacy continues, not in the red sandstone canyon where it once stood, but in the hundreds of similar structures scattered across the globe. Each one, a piece of the puzzle, a chapter in the story. The monolith, now in the custody of the Bureau of Land Management, remains a symbol of mystery and inspiration. Its echo, heard in the form of metal columns worldwide, continues to resonate, reminding us that sometimes the most enduring mysteries are those we create ourselves. The Utah Monolith, a simple metal structure, had become a global phenomenon. This unassuming metal pillar, standing tall in the red sandstone canyons of San Juan County, Utah, had, unbeknownst to it, become the center of an international intrigue. It was the embodiment of mystery and curiosity, a symbol of the unexplained that had captured the imagination of the world. The monolith stood silently, unnoticed for over 4 years, until its discovery in late 2020. Its sudden appearance, and even swifter disappearance, had sparked an onslaught of theories and speculations. Who had placed it there? Why? What was its purpose? These were questions that danced around in the minds of the curious and the intrigued, the mystery lovers and the skeptics alike. In the wake of its discovery, the monolith had left a profound impact on the world. It was not just a metal structure anymore. It had become a symbol, a muse, a point of fascination. In the days and weeks that followed, over 200 similar metal columns sprung up in various parts of the world, a testament to the influence of the Utah Monolith. These structures, many of them built by local artists, were deliberate imitations and homage to the original that had captured the world's attention. Yet, Amidst all the speculations and the imitations, the origins of the Utah Monolith remained shrouded in mystery. Its creators remained unknown, their intent unclear. It was this ongoing enigma that added to the allure of the monolith, making it a subject of continued fascination and speculation. The monolith might have been removed from its original spot, but its legacy lived on. It had inspired curiosity, sparked creativity, and brought forth a surge of imitations across the globe. It was a silent sentinel that had stood in the desert, its purpose unknown, its creators unidentified, and yet it had managed to leave an indelible mark on the world. The identity of its makers remains unknown, their objectives a mystery. The Utah Monolith, a silent sentinel in the desert, continues to intrigue and inspire long after its unceremonious departure.